everyone, I'm Sara Kukreja, fashion, luxury and beauty influencer, and today I have with me Dr. Swapnil Kale. So let me introduce you all to him. So he is the driving force behind Migrant Master and one of the leading experts in the field of Canadian immigration, especially the Canada Startup Visa program. Dr. Kale has built a strong reputation for guiding visionary entrepreneurs, innovators, and business leaders from around the world to establish their companies in Canada. With years of experience, he has successfully helped numerous startups not only to secure their visas but also thrive in the Canadian ecosystem. So I have a few questions for him, so let's go with it.
Thank you, Sara, for the wonderful introduction.
Yes. So how many entrepreneurs and startups have you helped successfully move to Canada so far?
So the Canada Startup Visa has started in year 2017, and I personally started working since 2018. And I have helped more than 75 startups till date successfully completion in Canada and also getting their permanent residence.
Amazing. Can you share one success story that really stands out for you?
Oh, it's a very difficult question because all my children are equal to me, and basically handpicking one is very difficult. But yes, I would like to name three. So number one, Pillport Pharmacy, which is a pharmaceutical revamp in the Canadian industry. Number two, Dish Designer, where the founder was just 21 years old, but he has done a marvelous job in his industry. And third is Savan Impacts, which is a trading company which has an amazing turnover and revenue in India, and also they are doing very good in Canada.
Oh wow. For someone new, what exactly is the Canada Startup Visa and who is it for?
So Canada Startup Visa program is a guaranteed roadmap towards your permanent residence. But at the same time, you have to understand that the Canada Startup Visa is a business migration pathway for those who want to migrate from their home country to Canada and take their business and grow to the next level.
Amazing. What are the key eligibility requirements for startups?
Oh, fortunately, the eligibility is very, very less. You do not need any education. You can be a class 8, class 10, graduation, master's or a PhD. There is no work experience criteria. So which means you can have 3 years experience, 1 year or 0 years experience. At the same time, there is no age limit as well. You can apply at the age of 18 or at 18. The only eligibility criteria which I see is IELTS, where you have to score 5554, which is 4 in the reading, and which is an absolute cakewalk for the founders and co-founders.
So it's rightly said, age is just a number.
Oh yes.
Okay. How is this different from other immigration pathways like Express Entry or PNP?
So Canada Startup Visa is a different program. It cannot be compared to Express Entry, PNP, C11 or an investment pathway. Because all this program leads towards Express Entry because you need points to clear and get your PR. In Canada Startup Visa, there is no point-based system. You don't need any points here. And that is why this program is different from any other program.
Okay. Are there any risk involved in applying through the Startup Visa?
If you ask me about risk, there are no risks because in Express Entry or C11 you need points, and currently IRCC has just removed the points. So which means if you are coming through an LMI, there are 0 points. If you are coming through C11, there are 0 points. If you are going through student visa, the roadmap towards the PR is very blurred. But Canada Startup Visa, I don't see any risk in terms of getting your PR. The only risk that I see is following the compliance, because most of the consultants take Canada Startup Visa just as an immigration pathway, but I take it as a business pathway. And if you are not following the compliance of the Canadian government, yes, there are risks involved.
Okay. So I'm very interested to know about your work in abroad, so I have a few more questions for you. So how do you measure the success of a project once a client gets their visa?
So as per me, how I measure the success based on my experiences, at least there should be a revenue of Canadian $50,000 or max $100,000 in 1 year, which is more than enough for IRCC to validate a project.
Can you share 3 differentiating factors that set you apart in this industry?
Oh yes, absolutely. First and foremost, I don't take this program as an immigration pathway, but a business. We'll look at Startup Visa as running a business, and as I am an entrepreneur, I take every entrepreneur as similar like me. So the first differentiating factor is we follow all compliances of the Canadian government. So let that be progress report, compliance report, technical readiness report, and all these reports are very, very important for IRCC to understand whether you are genuinely working on the business. Okay, even if the revenue is 0, we make sure the compliance is met and we have informed the IRCC. Number 2, we help our clients to get genuine business or business orders. And most importantly, I make sure that every business is running successfully through its founder. And I have my own office in Toronto, and all my staff work with the founders very importantly to grow their business in Canada. And that's the most important factor in the Canadian startup visa program.
Very impressive. Okay, how many projects do you handle in a year?
So I'm a little choosy in terms of selecting the founders. So I select founders which have a turnover of at least 300,000 Canadian dollar in their home country. I have an office in Dubai, Mumbai, and Toronto. But in a year, I only take 10 projects because I cannot handle more than that. Because under one project, there are 5 clients. So which means only 50 files I can handle in a year and only 10 projects.
Amazing. So what's the most common mistake applicants make in their startup visa journey?
A very common mistake that people make in startup visa journey is considering it as an immigration route, land there and not doing any business. If you're just taking your letter of support, applying for a work permit, applying for a PR, you're not getting your PR for sure. You have to choose a right consultant. Because if a consultant does not know what is startup visa, if he does not know what are the compliances, if he does not know what is a progress report, you are never getting your PR. But that is how we have an expertise where we make sure we understand what is the compliance given by RCC and we follow them religiously.
Amazing. So how would you guide entrepreneurs in making their business plans strong enough for Canadian incubators?
So as per IRCC and as per the business incubators, there are only 10 spots per incubator and there are not more than 12 active incubators in Canada. So I always suggest the founders that whatever your business industry is, it can be hotel industry, food industry, it can be gymnastic, it can be software, IT, any platform. Add a flavor of artificial intelligence, machine learning, go green, net zero carbon, and so on and so forth, or even robotics. This will have an edge over other projects, and IRCC will pick this project first for your permanent residency.
Amazing. What kind of startups and industries do you see getting more approvals under the program?
So it is a myth that only a particular industry will get selected like IT. I have worked with companies like food industry, a restaurant, getting an approval and even getting the PR process faster. So it does not matter which industry you are. It matters how you create your business plan. And we do hand-holding to our clients and sit with them, write their business plans in maybe 100 hours. We sit with them exhaustively and understand the business, give them a suggestion how to involve artificial intelligence and innovation into the business plan. And that is how you are going to get selected.
Okay, nice. Also, I've heard something. So I've heard that startup visa never gives you PR. Is it true?
So it's an absolute hoax.
Okay.
So basically, I always say that a consultant who does not understand startup visa, the clients are never going to get a PR. The success rate of startup visa for getting PR is 25%. Yes. But in my case, the success is 100%. Number one reason, because we only take 10 projects a year. Number two, only genuine founders. And most importantly, I work with all the founders, all the 10 projects per year to generate their revenue. And that is why my success rate is 100%.
Amazing. Apart from immigration, how do you support your clients in building a business in Canada?
So we have a local presence in Toronto, and that is how I help them to grow their business, connect them with the local communities, VCs, incubators, so on and so forth. Plus, we arrange meeting with the target client. I'll just give an example. Let's say, for example, one of my client who is a trading company, which is 7Impex. I will make sure I help them connect with grocery companies, trading organizations, DMart and Walmart there, and that is how the companies will grow. Similarly, if my client is in the food industry, I will make them connect with Uber Eats, DoorDash, so on and so forth. And that is how we are going to generate revenue for them.
Nice. Do you also help connect them with investors, incubators, or local networks?
Yes, absolutely. Because once you land there, so the pre-landing, it is very easy because you crack the interview, you get the letter of support based on certain conditions. Post-landing, you need a lot of hand-holding from the consultant, and that is where we stand out. We give a local presence, a local hand-holding right from the day one till your Canadian citizenship. And that is why we connect them with VCs, angel investor, to get funding for their projects.
Nice. Okay. So where do you see the Canada Startup Visa program going in the next 5 years?
Till date, all programs have changed. The student visa in the last 2 years from 10 lakh, it has gone to 3,50,000. The C11, which was one of the best program in IRCC, they have removed the points for the C11, which means if your age is more than 30, you're not getting a PR. Or in fact, Alberta program or a British Columbia investment program, all of them have lost points. LMI, which is work permit, which was maximum salable program in India, China, Pakistan, Nepal, and all these countries, has got 0 points. But startup visa, there is zero impact by the immigration. And that is why I say in the next 5 years, there is not going to be any change in the startup visa. But yes, the compliance might be increased. But if your project is genuine, you don't need to worry about it.
Finally, what is your success rate in the startup visa?
As I mentioned before, we have 100% success rate in startup visa. I see a lot of videos where multiple consultants, startup visa does not give you PR, startup visa does not give you work permits. In my case, we have 100% got work permits and permanent residency. In fact, yesterday I just posted about one of my client, Aparna, who has got a citizenship under startup visa. And that's a best benchmark for all the startup visa consultants.
Also, I feel it was very informative and you were amazing with everything. Thank you so much for such a lovely session. Also, I have a very good news for all our viewers. So, if you register with Migrant Master for Canada Startup Visa Program, use the coupon code Sara iPhone and get an iPhone 16 Pro Max free. It's a deal.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you.